Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. So when I update my clients on their local SEO rankings, I run multiple scans in Local Falcon and I put each of their rankings in Excel because I'm going to take the month aggregate view of each rank. I'm going to basically average them together and do a month over month comparison to see if we're seeing improvement for our non-brand keywords. Basically, the higher the number means we are expanding our map radius. We're getting on page one of Google in more places for these non-brand keywords, which should lead to more phone calls and website clicks. So here's some examples: 14.05, 12.4, 13.22 on February 10th, etc. You guys get the idea. I take the average of the entire of all these columns here. So Q all the way through AB. I'm going to hide this now. And you can see this is the month average for February, 12.67. I have a month over month column. So I do AC 2 minus P2, and I'm looking at the difference. So again, the higher the number, that means my clients on page one of Google and more places in the 6 mile radius that I'm running the scans for. So what does this look like in practice? So when they get their month report from me, there's more clarity behind the numbers. So for example, AC installation near me, you get a view like this. It's very hard to understand exactly what's going on. It looks like there's actually a pretty big drop at the end. But when you take a step back and you look at the month over month perspective, it basically was flat. It did grow a little bit, but it was flat for this one keyword. Next keyword, AC repair. Now you guys can see, okay, we had that hockey stick effect, a little bit of a drop in the end of the month, but then it kind of rebounded. But again, you're looking at the entire month. Rankings are always going to go up and down, but it's important to see growth from a aggregate view month over month. As you guys can see, 2.83% improvement for the term AC repair. Next keyword, AC installation. This grew almost 5 percentage points. That's great. This is a good keyword for us. Should lead to more phone calls and website clicks. Another keyword, AC repair company. So when I work on local SEO projects, I'm constantly adding more and more keywords into the local Falcon scan. I'm always testing to see what keywords might drive more phone calls and website clicks and hopefully more customers too. If I don't have any month over month data, I still share this and try to give a little context behind, yep, we are improving our share of local voice. We are growing for this one keyword. And it'll be interesting to see what that does for next month. Here's another keyword too, HVAC. So this is a better view because it's so hard to see kind of where the growth is on this, but we have improved. We're almost 3 percentage points up. Again, these might not sound like big dramatic swings, but when you're looking at aggregate amount of keywords, and you're taking multiple terms that are all slightly improving in their share of local voice. That's more page one of Google listings for them, should lead to more phone calls too. Here's one keyword actually that did drop. So this is important too. Not every keyword that I report on just has great growth. There are some terms that don't. And it's important to highlight that because these are opportunities to work on for March and moving forward. So AC repair near me dropped 1.15%. For me, for local SEO, near me queries are so critical. I notice that all the time for a lot of clients I work with. If you can flip the map just slightly for near me, it generally leads to more phone calls, website clicks, and so on. Here's another keyword: AC services grew 3.3%, and AC tune-up. This is a new keyword. Again, I added. We have seen growth, but there's no month-over-month data to really look at that. So let's go back into that Excel spreadsheet just one more time. So today is March 5th. So I run scans a couple times throughout the week. I don't like doing schedule scans. I like to just do them manually because I make a lot of changes in Google My Business, and I keep my notes of, do I do like description change or updates or question answers or services or did they get on a good directory, etc. So I have a pretty extensive notepad of everything that I'm doing. And then basically a few days after I make a change, I do a manual scan, I mark it in Excel, and then throughout the month, I actually have a pretty good understanding of how we're pacing. So if my clients like let me know, hey, I'm getting more phone calls or the month's looking pretty good, it generally lines up with, yep, I'm seeing rankings improve too. But also it's a way for me to keep up to date. So if I notice, let's say AC installation near me went from 12.67 to like 7%, like that's a major red flag for me to see. It's not an anomaly. Let's say after a few scans, that's the rank. That would actually focus now my attention of what I need to work on for their Google My Business account to improve their ranks because I know how valuable that term is and how critical that term is for their business for phone calls. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. Maybe gave you guys some ideas of what you can do for your reporting, or if you're doing your own SEO too, how you can evaluate the numbers. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. And as always, have a good rest of your day.